Hello, hello everyone. Thanks for watching this video. Today I have as a guest a guy I had to go after for quite a while to get him on the podcast. He's very busy these days. He's a crypto trader. I met him in Malta, and I think he has some very interesting stories to tell. And I really wanted to have him on the podcast. And finally, after months of stalking, I got him on the podcast. And yeah, so let's do this. Do you want to maybe introduce yourself first? How old are you? And
Hey, Julian. Thank you first for the nice introduction. It was indeed a long time that we speak to each other. I think it was the beginning of the summer that we met in Malta, like.
yeah, I was in Malta, I think in July. In July it was.
Yeah, yeah. And Bitcoin was then around. Like, what would it be? Like,
I don't know.
1200?
Let me check. I think it was at 2K or so. I'm
I think it was
checking it.
begin June.
2017 in 2nd of July. It should be, yeah, 2,400 was Bitcoin at this moment.
Yeah, crazy.
So quite
Yeah.
a game.
So,
But you were already pretty successful at this time.
yeah, it like I'm 24.
You were like broke.
I am 24 now at the moment, and I started beginning of 2013. It was a bit the same hype as now. Period, like I stepped in at the last when the last hype started.
Yeah. 2013 was it before the big crash or after? Because I just started out with the big crash.
Yes. I started in February 2013 and sold my entire portfolio in December 2013. Then that was the first time I made some money with the cryptocurrencies. And after that, I waited for a long time and bought back in March 2015.
May I ask you with what kind of, you don't have to say exact numbers, but with how much money you started about?
I started with 6,000 in February, March 2013. Yes.
And you probably started just as an investor, right? You were not, or did you just started trading right from the beginning?
No, like to be fair, I already trading since my 13th. I think it started with the CFDs, the contract for differences, like the derivatives, like the options on money. For example, euro, dollar, and the changes therein. We can, and I was doing that trading stocks as well. And after that, I came in touch with the cryptocurrencies because there was a lot more volatility. Can you hear me? Because someone is making a cup of coffee very loud.
Yeah, I see.
Is it okay? You still hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can still hear you. The sound quality is not the best, but yeah, I'm happy to have you on. So, but I can understand you, and I think.
Yes. Yeah. So after that, I came in touch with the cryptocurrencies because there's a lot more volatility in it. So there's more to earn. But I also learned it the hard way because you have to make mistakes. Like you're telling like you're stepped in after the hype. I think that's a good thing. A lot of people are stepping in now, and I think when the waitress just asked me, "Hey, which cryptocurrencies should I buy?" then you know, okay, maybe it's time to sell and wait for the time when you stepped in, like when the market calmed down.
I mean, like the first book I read about trading was from Costolani, and I think like on the first page he's already saying like it's always are they make more, like if you would translate it to cryptocurrencies, you would like translate it to something like, are there more holders, like people with strong hands that hold if it's going down, or are there more people with weak hands? And as you said, like there are a lot of people coming in now, and I was talking about it on my Instagram account too, like those people that ask me where to buy Bitcoin, like I'm pretty sure they have not done the research and they're not sure what bet they're taking if they're just buying Bitcoin. And if it's coming down to, let's say, 10K now again, then and they will probably sell. And it's like the base Bitcoin or like all the cryptocurrencies is just way weaker than it was like after the crash, where only people had Bitcoins left that like were had pretty strong hands.
Exactly. And I think we have too much weak hands in it now. And for me, I would prefer a crash until 10,000, 7,500. Like it's good for the market because now this line is which Bitcoin is doing, it's too much and the market has to calm down.
Yeah, like I'm holding just because I said like I have not the time to do full-time trading and stuff. Like I have another business running. I'm just basically like I just do like the traditional investing style, like take away a little bit of your money you make each month and put it into like something to save as you did with Force before. And but I still like even though my money is in or like a lot of money is in Bitcoin, I would still be happy if it's going down because then I can buy more later. And like when I think about long term, I'm pretty sure it will be down, go up even more. And so the lower it stays, the more I can buy. So yeah, I'm not happy if it's going up, even though even
Yeah,
though
exactly. And that's why I'm always happy when I buy a crypto and then the price crashes. Normally people would say, oh shit, I lost money. No, that's not you losing money. You're getting actually more sale. You get a better price to step in. So yeah, I totally agree with you that I would prefer if the market goes a little bit down.
I would like to ask you what I'm very interested in is like there are like I know in trading there are different ways of making money. There's like technical analysis that what you were talking about is like a fundamental analysis where you are like analysis where you just value the cryptocurrency or the asset as a on a fundamental base where you don't care about the current price. And so what were the areas you were making your money or you were been active in?
Good question. Um, I think everything starts with, will there be an hype on the cryptocurrency? Will the people say, oh, you have to buy this, you have to buy this? So for me, like, it's not technical, it's not fundamental, but it's the mass psychology.
Like kind of
I
buying rumors, selling news.
I want to be in before that. For example, um, IOTA. We know that I have good marketing guys, good sales guys. So I saw that as an opportunity. For then you're gonna look to the fundamentals, and the fundamentals of IOTA are, to me, not much better than Bitcoin. So it's okay. I know people have other opinions about it, but that's my opinion. So then you're gonna think, okay, these are fast payments. It's nice technology. People will like this. But then you have to find your entry point. And this is what I do the most. It's like the technical analysis, like watching the charts. And because of there are a lot of bots involved in the crypto trading, technical analysis are a really good way to trade the market, because when these bots see the same as you on your technical analysis, they will step in as well.
Very interesting, very interesting. I have to say, like I'm with technical analysis, I had not the time to yet work with it a lot. So I'm a total noob in there, and I've not touched it. I said I was just investing, and but it's very interesting. Like if I would
Yeah,
like if I would like have no job right now, I would probably go all in on cryptocurrencies, read everything about trading, connect with a lot of people, and stuff like that. But as I said to you before we started, like I also want to hear a little bit more like how was it like 2013, you're 24 now, so you were like 20 when you started with that, but you were trading already when you were 16. Um, how was it when you were like still in school, and how did your path evolve? That you
2012, 2013, everyone thought that we were going to get the new big crisis. And to be fair, in my opinion, I saw Bitcoin as the way to get out of the traditional economy, and the Bitcoin gonna rule it all. So that was actually why I stepped in, because I saw it as something better than our economy.
in which areas of the internet you were like surfing around to even get in touch with Bitcoin and to even get like these thoughts? So how do you even start? Like, because most people are like just don't see it. You know, most people just hear about Bitcoin now when it's like in the newspapers.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
I mostly used bitcointalk.org. I was more a reader, but they're like the big guys in crypto who are from the early stage, who are in for the early stage. In the early stage, they are talking there with each
how
other.
did you
So,
first hear about Bitcoin?
man, I bought in at 35 cents and I sold them at 3 or 50 when I was really young, and then with the money I make it was less. I brought my friends to the snack bar to eat something. I know it's crazy if I
Yeah.
just hold the coins, but then I already saw like the opportunity to make profit from it. So I always had it in my back mind, like, okay, this is something crazy actually. But then you're starting to get older, and then you have your another vision on the world, and then you see opportunities. And that time I was too young; I didn't see the opportunities. So when I was like little profit, I sold it.
Ah,
Yeah,
great. Yeah, it was like this. It was the same for me. Like in the big, I remember like I bought my first Bitcoin at 250, and then like when I bought some again at 1K, which was like close to the high after the all-time high after the crash, I was
yeah,
feeling
yeah,
so bad. Man, it's so high. I'm not sure if I should still buy. I should have bought earlier. But then sometimes I did not even buy because I think, yeah, let's wait till it dips, and it never dipped. And the same will happen. The same happened for 2.5K. The same happened for 4K. I mean, I bought my last ones at like 11. You don't buy complete bitcoins anymore, but I bought even at like 11K, and I felt, bro, it's all time high. Should I buy? But if you just always buy at all time high, if you would buy at every all time high, you would still have made a lot of profit. So it's so interesting, this topic, for sure. But the question I was asking before I was directing to was like, how did you hear about Bitcoin first? Like, how did you even know that Bitcoin existed? And like, because like you have to open yourself a little bit to like different sources to get even like in touch with it. You know what I'm asking for?
it was when the central banks starting to print money and start fucking up the
What
system.
was it because of your background with trading also?
Yeah, sure. You see more opportunities because you are in the trading. But like I was saying, I saw Bitcoin as something powerful that was evolving the new world.
How did you get into trading? You were
I
16,
think
right?
yeah, I think it was like with the CFDs, like with trading times 100, right? So it's like you have your let's see, yeah, leverage. So I was trading with a lot of leverage, like how everyone is starting. I think like these plus 500 eToro websites. You know
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I started.
You
And
basically you basically saw an advertisement how to make money fast, and you just tried it out, right?
clear, clear, clear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what were reasons for you to be more involved in the cryptos?
Um, yeah, I was like I was like always more an investor than a trader because I was always busy with like businesses and stuff, and I knew that like trading is like a full-time job, and you're very busy and you have to stay up to date all the time. And also like my first books I read about investing were like a little bit more. There are like some mentors or some authors that are saying like investing is everything and trading is shit, and there are people that are saying trading is 10 times better than investing. And so, but my first books that just have built me up were always like more investing. And then I was like, I don't even know where I read about Bitcoin first. I think it was a little nerd website, Quern. He's like writing big articles about like very interesting topics. And he was reading about Bitcoin, and I found it very interesting. And I read more and more about it, and I talked to my friends. And I remember like the first time and then I came also as you came to the conclusion, like that at the beginning I was not so sure it's going to be so big, but I felt like
Yeah.
if it's going to be big, and like for me it was a bet. I knew like if it's going to be as big as it could be, like when we talked about 250, it was like it could be just like 100, 1,000, 5,000 times as much as it is right now. And like like if not like you say, if you say it can be like 500 times as big as it is right now, but the probability is like 1 to 50, and I was saying okay, maybe the probability that it could happen is can be like 1 to 5,
Mhm.
and if it happens it's 500 times. So for me it was like just a bet that's good to take. And then I started to invest into Bitcoin, and I told also like other people, like my boss. I remember I wrote my boss at 250. Yeah, you should buy it because like it's a good investment. It's for me it was like it was like investing as a venture capitalist, in a small company that's just starting that could become very big, but could also fail. And yeah, and for me, always when the price was rising, I interpreted it as it's more likely to be successful in the long term because the higher the price, the more it's accepted. And that's basically what it is all about. And yeah, and then I just kept reading about it all the time, and it
Yeah.
is a very
But
interesting topic.
I think the strategy that you have chosen is like the perfect one because you're telling me you're really busy with your businesses, you have your own things, and besides you like the crypto and you see the big opportunity for the mass adoption for it. So what you're just saying me is like I'm more fundamentally. And I think for a holder of cryptos, fundamental is like the key. You only have to look at the fundamentals of it because if you hold it for the long time and you find a company or a crypto that actually has added value to the world and can mean something, then it doesn't matter if it's €1 around $1 higher or lower, and when you buy it, it doesn't matter. If you just hold it, that's good. And that's with the adoption of cryptos in common, I think you will be fine.
I mean, I don't want to lie. I also tried a little bit of trading. I made some mistakes. I lost some bitcoins,
Yeah,
and
it's hard.
I was like jumping on the Ether train a little bit too late. Um, and yeah, and then I said, okay, let's do more of my portfolio with bitcoins because I felt like it's like the most stable one. Somehow, you see, like just the recent days, like the altcoins just
Yeah.
went insane. And yeah, so and also like you also have to like sometimes calculate your time in, and if you're not having the time to stay up to date all the
No,
time, then
no,
that's
no.
also like cost for you. So yeah, I'm happy that but it did evolve a bit. From the beginning on, I also traded a little bit, and
No. Uh,
once I sold all my bitcoins to altcoins, and then bought back in again, and yeah, lost some, and yeah, but now I'm just like I would trade like maybe 20% of my portfolio just to keep a little bit of trading. If you would tell me like, yeah, you can like there's something big coming up on this cryptocurrency, or like I know someone from Stratus and stuff like that, then maybe I would move around a bit,
no,
but not my
no.
big part of my portfolio.
No, I understand, and I
Um,
think it's good that you keep the most in Bitcoin. If you look at the hype cycle of really good new technology, then there is a study that says, okay, you need 9 years to get 1% of the world evolved. Like 1% of the people heard about Bitcoin now, 9 years later. Then you can say it takes 9 months to go to the 2%. After the 9 months, it takes 9 weeks to go to the 3%. And if then everything is okay, the 3% to 10% goes like this. And I think we're in like the 1% to 2% with the Bitcoin right now, and that's what you see back in the price of it.
Very, very, very interesting. I've heard about this study a bit, like, but not like that. Very, very interesting for sure. I want to also like ask you, because like not everyone is going to be a crypto trader. I want like keep it a little bit more general. How you became like good in a topic, and like when I met you in Malta, you were with Colin. And you guys told me you have like a group of people that were all having the same mindset and the same plan to make money with cryptocurrencies. And you have connected very early, and you both told me like that was a very big part of your success, that you connected with like-minded people. And that's something I believe in a lot too, and which I think everyone that wants to be successful in a specific area should do too. Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it's when I read the newspaper, I see something that the paper is trying to tell me, but my mind is always like, why is this newsletter want to tell me this? So I'm always thinking about who's profiting from this. And then if you are searching more in it, and you see the central bankers fucking up the economy, I think for your feeling it goes worse in your country. As for mine, I see like Holland. When I look at my granddad, he had a lot of opportunities to save money and things like that, and it was okay to, if you were a worker, you could easily have a few kids. But now these days it's really hard. So if you keep living like a normal person in this way of life, you will never get rich or successful. So you have to look the other way where no one is looking. And then I've been said so many times, like I'm talking about these cryptos for many years now, and I tell my friends this is actually a solution for something, and they say, "Oh, you're crazy, man! Go to work, do something, do normal." And now everyone knows what happened, and now everyone wants to get in as well. So I always look the other way.
Yeah, yeah. Look the other way, and wait a second. Yeah, it's I think it's about looking the other way. And if you believe in something, if you want to do something, you should not spend like too many business time. I'm not talking about free time. You can enjoy your time with everyone you want. But if I'm talking about like my business and stuff like that, I try to only talk to people that have the same mindset than I have, because I don't want to like. I mean, in the beginning of this year in January, I quit my corporate job that was like pretty well paid for someone who has not finished his bachelor yet, and maybe I'm never doing it. And like my father told me not to do it, my mother told me not to do it, everyone I talked to told me not to do it. And if I see like this was a major shift in my like I was doing well. I was doing well in the beginning of the at this time too, also like because I was always having my businesses and stuff. But after that, it exploded because I just could fully focus my efforts into the directions I really wanted to go, and I did not have to spend 40 hours a week in an office doing things I can do in 4 hours. And I was just not limited anymore. And I connected with people that were doing the same stuff. And as you said, like the big thing for me is always like you have to as you said first, the thing with the newspaper is also like with education and stuff like that. If you have like get a bachelor, like how many people, how big is the percentage of people having a bachelor? It's just nothing special anymore, and it's not leading you to become successful or to become extraordinary. And so you first have to look into a different direction. You have to find your edge, and then you have to connect with people that want to do the same. And I think that you did this too a lot. You were talking about it a bit in Malta, and I just wanted to highlight it a bit because for me it's just like a very useful.
I had a really good job, like really good, and it was nice and nice salary, and I was in school and I was almost done with school. But you feel like a little bit in a corner or something. I lost my creativity. I didn't have the feeling anymore that I was waking up with a smile and hey, this is my day and I'm gonna do my thing. No, because you were busy for someone else.
Yeah,
My
exactly,
opinion.
exactly.
And then
Yeah,
I
it's just
decided to follow my heart, and after that it's skyrocketing because then you find your creativity and your energy and you get your smile back. And I
yeah, I'm
saw it
just
with you as well.
yeah, I'm talking to a friend at the moment a lot right now. I want to get him a little bit into this direction, and I was also saying like the thing is not also you don't even have to measure it in success you will get, because even like getting out into the arena and trying it is makes you more happy than working for someone else and
Yeah,
like and you will just stay like average your whole life and everything is done. Like if you're doing your thing and you're getting out and you try stuff, it's just like way more, how do you say, it gives you, yeah, energy, smile, power, all that things. And I even felt like for me the time when I did not I did not make it so far as I made it right now was even more enjoyable than the time after I like my after I achieved my extrinsic goals. You know, it's for me the most happiest time always the time when I have like big goals and I'm like just hustling hard for them. Like I enjoy it more and I've heard this a lot from other successful people too.
sure, sure.
I enjoy more the hustle than actually the enjoyment of like the money you made or stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's so important to have these goals in life. And I think a lot of people lack at these goals. They don't have it and they think it's okay. And if they want to live this life, it's fine. But don't expect success.
Yeah,
Or
don't feel bad for yourself. Like it's all about like if it matches your ambitions. If you just want to live in a normal life and you want to
no,
live normally your whole life,
yeah,
then that's fine. If you're cool with that, your life is perfectly fine. But if it's like if you want more and you're just talking about, I shouldn't put my hands on the table. If you want more and you're talking about it all the time, then you should do something. And like doing the same thing as everyone else is not going to take you there. And if you just try different things, there is a big chance that sometime at some point it will happen and you will make it.
no, no. And to fair, like it's not always like going well. I also have my bad times, and for me, like what's like this market is open. This market is open 24/7, so you have less sleep. So I almost had like a burnout 2 times, like because it's a lot, and you have these goals and you want to accomplish everything. It's also good to read a book and have your rest. For example, I do a lot of mindfulness every morning. Otherwise,
Awesome,
I don't,
awesome. I do meditate every morning too.
and first I said no, I'm not gonna meditate. It's not something for me. But then I was saying, okay, I'm open for it. Let's see. Let's experience.
Yeah, like it was the same for me. I heard about meditation or that people like normal people that we are meditating um, a bit quite a time before I actually started meditating, And I was
No.
always like, yeah, I was like, at the time I was like using every minute of the day. I was like reading books when I was on the train, and I was like,
Yep.
for me, it was like 10 minutes of wasted time every day. And then some guy told me like 10 minutes of meditation are better than 10 minutes of sleep. And then I started it, and like I'm now a big fan. I posted a lot of times on my Instagram account that I'm loving
Cool.
meditation, and
Cool.
it really helped me. And I would like everyone like that's the one thing I would recommend everyone to do, like try meditating. And I don't know a lot of people that tried meditating and afterwards said no, it's shit, it's not worth it. I not just know people that have not tried it and then say it's shit.
They're
So
not open for it. It's the same
yeah,
with those cryptocurrencies. I told them buy this because it's good for you. No, it's not good for me. Nah, nah, nah. They were not open for it, and it's the same I think with this meditation as well, because um, when you actually experience it, then you will see it's okay.
yeah, I just try to fix.
Yeah, yeah. You want something wrong.
I tried to fix the light. I'm not sure if I broke it or not. It was
I
me.
see you well, so it's okay.
Okay, yeah. It's just not looking as good as before. But yeah, I also wanted to talk about like, yeah, the burnout stuff. I just feel like when you choose this lifestyle, you live in a way less routine life than any normal life. You don't have a fixed plan for your next 20 to 30 years. You don't have a fixed routine where to go every day. You don't have like, you don't have to be like, nobody's telling you at 9 a.m. you have to be there. Like we can, I think both of us, we can stay wherever we want. And every time I can fly on any place I want to. I can work when I want to. I can get into bed when I want to and stuff like that. And I
Nope,
feel like,
nope.
and also like the, and you can also go out every night. You can eat somewhere every night, and you have just so many opportunities. And I just feel like that this life is open yourself uh, much more, and you will have higher highs, but also uh, a
Agreed.
little bit
Lower lows. Lower
low
lows. Yeah.
lows. Yeah, low lows. And I experienced it once or twice too. And it was every time when I got very high life for quite a bit, and then I came back to normal life, and I did not work so much. So for me, it was always like when I felt low, it was like a punishment for not being productive. I interpreted it as like that, and uh, and but
Is
I'm
it,
still
is
I'm,
it
I'm still
also?
figuring it out. I'm still figuring it out,
Uh, uh,
and and I'm not sure how it is. How do you say
and
it?
is it also because we're too much a perfectionist? Because if we do something, we want to do it perfect. Like so, when we are in these lows, it's not getting as we wanted to, and that's why we feel more worse about it. While a regular man or woman says, "Oh no, it's fine."
Yeah. I've
To be
seen this.
honest,
I've seen this before. When I compare myself with other people, I feel like a lot of people are way more cool with themselves when they are not productive or they're just chilling. For me, all the time, for example, if I'm playing like a video game or also I'm spending time with people I don't really want to spend time with, afterwards I feel a little bit bad because I think, yeah, I wasted my time and I could use it differently. And I try to work on that because I think it's sometimes it's a bit too much.
yeah.
And um,
Did it work out? Like doing
less.
lesser these things? No,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah,
did it?
a little bit. I try to like we as said, we are so flexible. I think we have to do a lot of work also to learn about ourselves. Like how much is our work-life balance? How much of time we should spend with life? How much time we should work? And also, I think like some of us getting to this point where okay, actually like you don't have to work that much anymore if you just want to keep your lifestyle and you work more, not for the money anymore, but you work for like purpose and stuff like that because you don't have like financial problems or stuff like that. And you can, I don't want to talk about numbers or anything like that, but there's a point like if you get very good, successful,
No,
you
no.
more money is not improving your lifestyle or not giving you
No,
anything except extra luxury things, stuff like
clear,
that.
clear. And of course, there was a time that you had to earn the money because you needed bread or food on the table. And now it's more like how to get still bread on the table in 20, 30 years. So now you have to stress how to hold this kind of money.
Yeah, I mean,
That's much worse, man, than getting it.
yeah,
Like to hold it. Whew.
yeah.
Do you have the Blockfolio app? Like its
Sorry.
application? Do
Yeah,
you have the Blockfolio app? Oh
yeah. I have
man,
something similar, a crypto coin count.
yeah. So every time this bleep bleep bleep, if everything's okay or not okay, and
I
for
mean, I
me,
feel like, I mean, feel like,
the
I feel
mindfulness
like,
thing. Yeah,
I feel like if you have like 10 bitcoins right now, you probably, for a normal life, you don't have to work anymore. If you like cool for the next 2 years, and then
no,
you will get your 3 to 4K lifestyle done for the rest of your life. I feel like that. Um, but and yeah, even if you like having like I'm not saying for your whole life, but it's definitely a big difference from the point, as you said, where you have to work to get your bread on the table, or you basically work for your next paycheck and you have like not so much money left on the rest of your months, and you have to save a bit. But once you get, and this was a big change for me when I got to the point where I knew, okay, so it's just like not that anymore. Anything I want to
yeah,
spend, I'm not like, I'm not that much into luxury things and stuff like that. I don't want to, like, I like to eat good, I like to travel and stuff like that, and it's costing a
no,
big amount
no.
of money. But I don't need like, or I don't want to spend like 10K a month in for clothes or private jets or stuff like that right now. So the money is for sure not the main purpose more anymore, and that was a big shift. And I had to also change my mindset a little bit. So my goals are not like extrinsic as before, but more on purpose. That's also why I'm doing this YouTube channel. I like to talk about these things and share a bit, and I get
Yeah,
messages and DMs that I help people, and that's like worth more for me than money.
yeah. And I think the character of a person is actually the most important if someone's gonna succeed with what he's doing. Um, there are a lot of people who are saying, "Okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm perfect in it, and I'm gonna be successful in it."
One second.
Yeah,
I got it now. I got now all pieces together. Let's see if it still works. And yeah, um, so in the end of the podcast, I always try to give some call to actions for people who want to achieve something similar, and that could be on two things. Like, first of all, everyone who want to invest, we are just talking about people. What would you suggest people that want to invest money? And the second question would be, what would you do to people that want to be extraordinarily successful and live an extraordinary life that's without financial problems and stuff like that in an area that they are interested in?
can you repeat the first question?
Okay, let's start with the first one. The first one would be, what would you suggest people that want to get into cryptocurrencies now? Either becoming, let's start with the first one. What would you people that want to suggest people that want to invest money now?
Choose something where you believe in. You get paid to be right first, and to get right first, there's no time to wait for consensus. So if you have the feeling for something that it can grow big, you should be, you have to specialize in it. It has to be your thing, and after that you put some money in it and you just wait. But don't let people tell you what's good or not good. Believe in yourself, believe in your own mindset, and then
I think
it can
I,
be
I
a
think
success.
I think that's the difference where people are either weak hands or strong hands, and you should be strong hands if you're investing. And also, when people asking me where can I buy Bitcoin, I don't want to tell them, because if they not even find out where to buy Bitcoin, then they very probably haven't done enough research to invest into Bitcoin, because they don't even know how to buy it. They don't know how, for what it is good. They don't know how it works. So it's nothing they really believe in. And that's it for me. So you should invest into something. And this is the thing. I feel very bad that people in school are not telling that people, because it's so important. That's just that little secret to get financial freedom. It's like to spend less money than you make and put a little bit of money into a good investment. And we know now good investment is not eToro or like some of these apps where you just like type in it up and down like how you feel.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Then you get eaten by fees and bots. And so it could be like, I mean, it could also be like index funds, or like you can just put it on a bank for 2.5% at the moment or stuff like that. It's still better. It just depends on also, first of all, how risk averse you are, how much risk you want to take, what you believe in, and there are a couple of legit ways to invest your money, but it should be aligned with your personal belief. And then you just put in the money you make a little bit every time in there. So next question would be, what would you suggest someone that wants to get into crypto trading? So we are talking about, for me, like in traditional trading, it's always the task to beat the market. So if the market's going to get up 8%, then you should try to aim to get more. But because if you just make 8%, you could also just like buy index for. So for crypto, for me, the market is Bitcoin. So if you want to beat Bitcoin, what would you suggest? How to educate yourself, how to connect and stuff like that?
In a time where Bitcoin is only going up, there is an opportunity to get more Bitcoin, but it's really hard. Really hard. You have to be really good trader to do that. And I think when Bitcoin is going down and the crypto market is going down, that's the time when you will learn to be a real crypto trader, because then you're gonna make big mistakes and maybe you lose your whole portfolio, but that are the best lessons in life. When you don't see any future for yourself anymore and you get up and you learn from the mistakes that you did, then you will make the steps to get better in it. Or it's all psychology in the way like when people are buying, it's the mindset, and you have to experience that.
Do you think it's all about watching the market, or would you also recommend people to educate themselves with, I don't know, book, YouTube videos, paid courses and stuff like that?
Yes, sure. I've I have a guy that I really like. He's also a technical analyst, and he gives he has his own YouTube channel. His name is Tone Vase, and he explains really well what's going on at the moment. And you can see his videos every morning.
You also recommended me to follow a lot of people on Twitter that are into cryptocurrencies.
I be fair to you, I recently started with Twitter, and man, this is I was like trading without this Twitter. But if you want to hear the news first, be on Twitter. Wow, that's insane, because all these core developers of these cryptocurrencies are talking here on Twitter to each other, so you hear everything first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how's Reddit?
Reddit is really good, but it became more propaganda channel.
Okay.
Because people are pushing too much their own coins. I use Reddit a lot, and what I do, I have it open all the day, and I only have recent messages. So I see when the first time a message come inside, and then I'm looking if there will be an hype on it or not. So if the people will say, I'm gonna reply this message like for example, IOTA is gonna work together with Microsoft. It wasn't Reddit first. It was totally bullshit, but everyone thought it was true. So then the hype started.
Yeah,
So
crazy,
yes,
crazy.
yes, you can use it.
Okay, interesting. Okay, now let's we're already talking about almost 1.5 hours. So let's now, what would you suggest people not that are not want to get into crypto because they're not believing in stuff like that, but that want to live a more freer lifestyle and want to get extraordinary successful? How to build up in a
Buy
general?
Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to make money somewhere else.
Do what you like. Do what you like, and if you do what you like, you will be better in it, and you will actually become successful. And if it's making coffee or bringing food to someone stable, it doesn't matter. If you like what you're doing, you will get better in it, and you will earn more for it. And when you earn more, then you say, yes, I'm successful. But that's how you say it. So yes, do what you like and go for it, and then also take the risks to do something that you won't do often. Get out the
Yeah.
comfort zone. That's where the magic starts.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us people, if you watch, if you see our story or read about our stories on from the surface, you could interpret it that we got lucky on somehow. But the thing is, you have to put yourself out to even get the chance to be lucky, you know. And if you're like unlucky 10 times and you're lucky 1 time, so you're still most of the time way better than if you chose a path that's just like average.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have something you want to talk about anymore?
I recently found a crypto. It's on a exchange now, a small exchange. The name of the exchange is either Delta, and I don't like it at all, so don't use it much. But there is a coin now, Dragon Chain. And
How is it
Dragon
called?
Chain is the Dragon, like dragon chain.
Yeah.
This is the blockchain of Walt Disney. This is Walt Disney has a lot and a big network. The coin is now in my head like 36 cents something. But this one can get really huge. So I
Okay.
hope some people will buy it.
Okay.
Trade it.
Okay. A little tip in the end. Um, yeah, I think that's quite a nice podcast and very interesting for people that are interested into cryptocurrencies. Thanks for taking your time, and maybe we can do another podcast sometime else where we both have a little bit of setup and and yeah, other than that, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know the crypto world is very busy at the moment. There's a lot happening.
It was really nice to talk to you, and it was a nice conversation. Thank you
Yeah,
for
for
that.
sure, for sure. I think also it's very useful for a lot of people. I know in our poker community, there are a lot of people that are interested in crypto. They will definitely tune in. And you don't want to share personal information of you, that's fine. But yeah, if sooner or later you want to I will add it. But for now, everything cool. And yeah, thanks.
We keep in
Thanks
touch.
for the conversation.
Yes. Bye.
And Dragon Coin is the final
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.